अस्सलामुअलैकुम गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू आवर यूट्यूब चैनल। सबसे पहले तो मेरी आपसे गुजारिश है, आपने मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना है, वीडियो को लाइक करना है, कमेंट करना है, शेयर करना है और बेल आइकन को दबाना मत भूलिएगा। बेल आइकन दबाने से कि हमारे आने वाली जितनी वीडियोज़ होंगे वो आपके पास नोटिफिकेशन से मिलेंगे। सो गाइस, आज का जो हमारा टॉपिक हमारा क्वेश्चन है वो है लिमिटिंग रिएक्टेंट। चलिए स्टार्ट कर क्वेश्चन स्टार्ट कर लेते हैं। सबसे पहले तो डिफाइन लिमिटिंग रिएक्टेंट। A reactant which is used or consumed earlier due to its lesser amount and control the amount of product produced in a chemical reaction is called limiting reactant. A limiting reactant in which first control the amount of product formed is taken is lesser amount is consumed earlier produce least amount of product. Example: consider the following reaction between H2 and O2 to form water. 2H2O जब O2 मिलेंगे तो वाटर बन जाएगा. Suppose we allow 2 mole of hydrogen to react with 2 mole of oxygen. According to the above equation, 2 mole of oxygen will react with only 1 mole of oxygen to produce 2 mole of water, 36 gram. Hence 1 mole of oxygen, 32 gram, will be left unreacted because the whole of the given amount of H2 has been therefore no more reaction will take place. In this case, H2 is the limiting reactant because it is consumed first during the chemical reaction and control the chemical reaction between hydrogen and oxygen. Consider the following reaction between carbon and oxygen to produce carbon dioxide. Carbon plus O2 is equal to carbon dioxide. Suppose we allow 2 mole of carbon to react with 1 mole of oxygen. According to the above equation, 1 mole of oxygen will react with only 1 mole of carbon to form 1 mole of carbon dioxide. Hence 1 mole of carbon will be left unreacted because the whole of the amount of oxygen has been consumed. Therefore no more reaction will take place. In this case, oxygen will be limiting reactant because it is consumed first during the chemical reaction and control the chemical reaction between carbon and oxygen. Consider the following reaction between hydrogen and chlorine from the hydraulic acid H2 plus Cl2 is equal to 2HCl. Suppose we allow 1 mole of oxygen to react with 1 mole of chlorine. According to the above equation, 1 mole of hydrogen will react with only 1 mole of chlorine to form 2 mole of hydraulic acid. Hence 1 mole of chlorine will be left unreacted because the whole of the given amount hydrogen has been consumed. Therefore no more reaction will take place. In this case, hydrogen will be limiting reactant because it is consumed first during the chemical reaction and it is controlling the chemical reaction. Identification of limiting reactants. The following 3 steps should be formed out of limiting reactant. Calculate the number of moles from the given amount of reactant. Find the number of moles of product with the help of a balanced chemical equation. Identify the reactant which produce the least amount of product. And limiting reactant. What is limiting reactant? How does it control the quantity of product formed? Explain with 3 examples. A limiting reactant is the reactant which controls the amount of product as it formed in chemical equation earlier due to its smaller amount. Example: if 2 mole of hydrogen and 2 mole of oxygen are allowed to react, then only 2 moles of H2O is produced. Hence the H2O consumed completely and 1 mole of O2 left behind unreacted to. So H2 is limiting reactant and limit the amount of H2O up to 2 moles. During burning, O2 is the excess and combusted material. Coal, paper, candle, it is a smaller quantity. Combusted material is fully consumed and control the amount of product. So coal, candle or paper is limiting reactant. If we have 20 slices and 9 kebabs, we have only 9 sandwiches and kebabs are limiting reactant. Concept of limiting reactant in one applicable and reversible reactant. Justify a reactant which consume earlier due to smaller amount of produce, least amount of produce is called limiting reactants. During a reversible reaction, reactants are converted into product and product convert into reactant. So reactants are not completely consumed as a result. Limiting reactant cannot be identified in a reversible reaction. तो गाइस अब आपने क्या करना है, मुझे देनी है इजाज़त लेने से पहले मेरी आपसे गुजारिश है, आपने हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना है, वीडियो को लाइक करना है, कमेंट करना है, शेयर करना है और बेल आइकन को दबाना मत भूलिएगा। बेल आइकन दबाने से होगा कि हमारे आने वाली जितनी भी वीडियोज़ होंगे वो आपके पास नोटिफिकेशन के सूरत में पहुँच जाएंगे। तब तक के लिए स्टे लेजेंडरी।